Hello, folks. Welcome back for the newest edition of Reflection with the Rocker. The last one kind of talked about my first match and how I only used the name Z-Force once, and then after that I was given the name of Steve Young. Well, this one is what happened after Steve Young. At one point, I had shaved my head and I was being used as enhanced talent. That's what they call them these days. Back then we just called them jobbers for TV tapings for the Georgia All-Star Wrestling. Anyway, like I said, I had shaved my head pretty close and it started growing back, and I was going to the TV studios with my brother at the time, and the 8-hour block of wrestling used to be on 36 and 69, kind of back and forth. But anyway, at one point, Bonnie Blackstone looked at me and she goes, "Hey, you look like a young Elvis. You should try to do something with that." So I never thought about that. So I went home, got my old albums out, started looking at stuff like that, and started coming up with different deals, trying to find a name that would be kind of catchy. Definitely nothing like the honky tonk. I was going for more a younger version because at the time I was young. But so I ended up going through it and took the song Jailhouse Rock and just kind of tweaked it a little bit, so you got Jailhouse Rocker. And then over time, kind of morphed the look a little bit. Had the hair slicked back at first, then started coming over, kind of just a little twirl in front like that stuff. And it's kind of, over time, nothing goes right the first time out, so I kind of just play around a lot. And count on. I remember one time we were wrestling and had some fans just kind of treat me like I was the Elvis and screaming and hollering and carrying on. And at the time I was very shy. Imagine that. I was very shy. So I was like, scared the crap out of me. I didn't know whether to run or keep going forward. And luckily I chose the second part and went through it. And who doesn't really like Elvis for the most part? And the music helped with the character, and did a little, like dance moves and shake, rattle, not the roll, but just kind of shake, rattle my hips a little bit, move around, gyrate. Did the windmills, a lot of some signature moves that Elvis did, and it just kind of stuck. And I have to admit, that was like the very first gimmick that I had that actually put me somewhere, and it got me a good spot on the TV cards and house shows. So then I needed a finisher, so I stole a move that I saw Rick Steamboat do. You got the arm twisted a little bit. You kind of kick your leg back, kind of catch right here like a semi clothesline, so I called it the jailhouse kick. Used it for a few months or stuff. But the booker at the time was Festus, doing the hillbilly gimmick, and his finisher was the mule kick. So there was a conflict of interest, being that he was a vet. I was told that I could no longer use that as a finisher, so I had to come up with another one. So being creative that I was, I went back to my Elvis albums, kind of find some songs that I could somehow magically make it into a finisher move. So I came up with Return to Sender, and the full move was opponent goes to shoot me off to the ropes. I reverse it. They come off, I catch them in the gut, they're doubled over. I hit the ropes behind them. And then coming to them, I leapfrog up, my knees come on each side of the head, and drive the face first into the mat. Hook the legs, 1, 2, 3. So that was called the Return to Sender. And for as long as I remember, since I was an original finisher move, a lot of the guys respected that, and I guess respected me as well. So nobody actually attempted to use that move. Chip Day, which I'm wearing one of his shirts, throwbacks. And I started getting phone calls. Chip Day, try to do your finisher move. I said, yes, Chip. You know, he's like my son since 1997. He asked my permission, I gave it to him, and actually when my retirement match came up, that's what he actually beat me with, was with my own finisher move like that. Yeah, so it's been a good run, and hope you enjoy this current installments of Reflection with the Rockers. And till next time, as old Poops and Pops like to say, peace, love, see ya.